In the past, I made videos last year or something about how important it is to save DVDs, especially for collectors. I mean, collectors, they like to have things in their hands, from everything from comic books to records to CDs. It's great to have something, especially in this world where everything's either downloaded or it's just streamlined or it's a wee digit and a thing. This is why people are buying records now, because they're sick of just listening to something. There's no sense of worth in it, you know, and that's why you go out and you buy these things. Now, the one thing I forgot to mention was that, and I discovered this again today, well, the other day there, I went up to HMV to buy the latest couple of Queen albums. When I say the latest, I just mean latest added to my collection. And the HMV is like your Virgin Megastore, right? So you must have heard of Virgin Megastore. They don't exist anymore, right? But it's a place where you buy DVDs and CDs and everything, but it's also a place where you buy posters and just geeky stuff, you know, from T-shirts of your groups that you like, or to your books. It's just anything that's got to do with media. It sells it in there, you know, and it even sells books and stuff like that. So it's a great place to, you know, Blu-rays, 4Ks and stuff like that. And about 2 years ago, it was going to be lost. It was losing money, but thankfully somebody stepped in and saved it. But again, now I find it's in receivership. They're looking for a new owner, and the staff was, you know, of course they're panicking because it's the livelihood. And I says, well, I'd rather go to some place and buy a DVD than online. And this is what I hate about the modern world, is that everything is made for you to stay in your home, become kind of like couch potatoes. And, you know, I mean, again, I made a video about Netflix. I don't know if I've released it yet, and how good Netflix is. I mean, I love Netflix, but again, there's shows on Netflix I would still love to have on DVD, but strangely enough, when it's a Netflix's own program like Stranger Things, they're not selling it on DVD. There's no plans to sell it on DVD because it's to bring you into the fold. So again, I'm worried now because I don't like buying DVDs or CDs online. I'll leave that for somebody else's credit cards and buy that. But I forget about that. Just mind on the clothes front, where you can feel the fibre yourself. Now my partner, she was online and I was told that they were sold out of the item. But then when she actually went into the store, she seen plenty of them on the shelf. So there is so many qualities to having shops, and it gets you out and about. It gets you out in the fresh air. Now, all these indoor markets, indoor shopping centres, you know, they can also blame for your city centre. I mean, do you have a city centre? We do in where I stay, and okay, granted, it goes against you because what they try to do here in the city centre is refrain you from driving your car in because of pollution. And then, of course, parking. You've got to pay a parking fee or parking tickets. So all these places, these shopping centres, they have free parking. And so, of course, most people will go there and then they're indoors and it's shaded from the weather or whatever. But there's still something about getting fresh air, taking a training instead, or taking some other, so you're not using your petrol would be a good thing. And so apart from people in the city centre losing their jobs, I mean, I don't know, but I would love to find out about your hometown. Maybe your city centre is disappearing. There's so many great shops that have been around for hundreds of odd years, and they're all disappearing, and that's either due to, I don't know, taxes. Mainly I would put it down to people buying online, people buying Amazon and stuff, you know, and it's just, it's sad. And if there's no shops in the town, this is locally where you would find your comic book shops and stuff like that. And so if they go, nobody's going to go into the town for just a couple of things. They go into town, they buy a multiple. Now, of course, shops in the shopping centre, they must be making money, right? But no, they're not, because whatever happens to the other stores affects them. And talking about book stores, is you would honestly think, right, that people, and I don't believe this happens, you go into a comic book store and you think that anybody that's working behind a comic book till would know about comics, but no, it's just people that want jobs and put in there. Now I'm sort of against that, because for me, you've got to know the field that you're working in. You've got to know the products that your shop is selling. You've got it, you know, it's kind of like a trainee. It's like wearing a T-shirt with one of the heroes on it, and then you're not actually liking that hero. You bought it just for the looks of it. And as I say, when I walked in last time, the guy says, "Oh, the movie statues weren't selling well," and I'm thinking, well, on Amazon, you know, it was best selling product was this statue, so you definitely don't know anything that you're talking about. But again, it's still talking, it's still, you know, getting out and talking to strangers and talking to you know, to people, and it just saddens me now that the world has become so lazy, and I think so easily controlled now by the media, because the government or the media can control you, because you're basically in your house 24/7, and you know, you're spending hours on games. You're spending, instead of going to the arcades, you know, and meeting other friends there. I mean, I'm not against, you know, home entertainment when it comes to games, but there are people on it that spend hours, that spend their money on it, and talk to people online instead of socialising for real. So in order to make sure our comic books survive, that HMV shop survives, and places to buy the stuff that you love, like DVDs, comic books and everything else, clothes even, right, the boring stuff, right, we need our city centres. We need them. So please, this weekend, get out and let's try and save our city centres, save our shops. Let's not just stay in this weekend. Despite the weather, let's just go out there and spend some money in our local shops. Support the area, support the workforce that are going there. You know, support the people that are students normally that work in these places in order to get the jobs. They're all fearing. When I went into HMV, they only got the news through the customers. Their own company didn't tell them. And when I talked to them, they were the same. They loved the town. But now when you go to the city centre, nightclubs are disappearing, pubs are disappearing. I mean, I know some of you might say, well, get with the times, this is a new generation. We don't need to move that fast. There's still stuff that we used to do 10, 15 years ago that's still good today. Good traditions, and they're all fading. So let us know what you think in the comments below. Thank you.